Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, or good. Okay, 25 through 38, solve each equation by the method of your choice. Support your solution by a second method. In the interest of time, we're not going to support every single time, but I'm going to show you what my strategy on these, or my recommended strategy, is where we can to solve this algebraically first, and then gradually these things, starting with a certain problem, I don't know if it's 31 or something like that, they become harder to solve algebraically, so we'll solve graphically first, coming to that point. But is this a type of problem you could solve algebraically pretty well? Yeah, so I want to go ahead and just review this first one here. What happens is we know that the log of x squared is the same as log base 10. And so we can change this to an exponential equation by rewriting this as 10 to the power of 6 equals x squared. And then we can solve for x by doing what? Yeah, we can take the square root of x squared, right? So we take the square root of, so x is going to be equal, what's going to be the square root of 10 to the 6th power?
5 to the 3rd.
10 to the 3rd. That is 1,000, but 10 to the 3rd, yes. 10 to the 3rd, which equals 1,000. So Kenzie and Angel are right on this one, right? But what else? What else is missing here? What is missing? Something is missing here.
A comma.
No.
Plus or minus.
Plus or minus, thank you. So I'm going to give some credit to Kenzie and to Angel and to Will in helping us figure this out. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep. And
then as far as testing, what I'll do is I can just show you that if we take negative, substituting in as another supporting solution. So if I go negative 1,000, I'm going to put in negative 1,000 storage x, and then we have that, and then I'm going to say log of x squared and see what we get. So we press log of x squared, and we should get the right answer here. Be right, be right, be right, please. Be right, please. It is right. Thank you. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do for the next one here is do our favorite random name generator. And I'm going to go around.
I got a question.
Yes.
I got a question about the word.
Yes, what is that?
Is E, like the E, is it 10? Is it
Yeah.
No. Let me show you what E is. That's actually another good question. I'm glad you asked. E is this little thing here. We talked about it, didn't we?
Okay, yeah.
We talked about it. Okay, so that's good. So I give you credit too.
Okay.
So I have 4 people to give credit to on this one so far, before we even started. So it was. So I'm going to go to my credit here. So you're one here.
I told him to go all
All right, now I will choose here. Let me see here. Let me shuffle here once. All right. We know what happened to her.
Here.
Okay, she's gone. All right, here we go. We got you, Emily. Okay, what do we got here, Emily?
Limit ln changed to log e.
So you're going to rewrite this as log base e.
Yeah,
Of x squared.
Oh wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you switch the x squared and 4?
So yeah, tell me what to write.
Log e. Well, or do you take the log away and just write e? Short word equals x squared.
Okay.
And then square root.
Well, it's like this.
Yeah.
So x equals,
E squared. E
Seven
squared.
so e squared here.
Yep.
Thank you, Emily. Emily with the lower voice, okay. What else?
7 point.
And you said 7 point something?
Yeah, 3, 9. 3, 8, 9.
Yeah, 389 to the, okay, and is there something missing here?
Plus or minus.
Plus or minus, right? Did anybody solve this graphically? I want to show you graphically because this is a good one to show. Thank you, Emily. What happens is, to solve this graphically, one way to do this, the way I like to solve graphically, is set one side of the equation equal to 0. So if we subtract 4 from both sides, we get 0 is equal to ln x squared minus 4. You see that? So we can graph this and see where the 0 is or are, right? So ln x squared minus 4. So we go over here, we go to ln, and we put x squared, and on the outside we put minus 4, and then we graph. I think I have it zoomed 6, but this is what the graph looks like, and you see that it's going to be plus or minus based on that, so that's good already. Then you know how to find the 0?
Intercept.
Yeah, so we go ahead and take second, trace, and we get our 0 right here, see that? So we pick 2, it says left bound x, and so what we do is we go to the left of the x-intercept, and then we press enter, and then it asks the question right bound, so then we just go over to the right of that x-intercept and press enter twice more, and so we get our answer. Was that our correct answer?
Yep.
The one that Emily gave me and others helped with a little bit ago?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to call on somebody to do this one here in half a minute.
I think I got it.
So you think you have it already?
Probably don't, but I have it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and that's it. And I like that comment. It says, I don't know if I got it right, but at least I got an answer. That's actually the right way of putting it, because if you actually have an answer, then we can work with it, right? If you don't have an answer, or you just say, well, I don't know what to do, is that helpful?
No.
Usually
At least
not.
try.
Yeah, at least try, because we can get somewhere with an effort. But without an effort, it's hard to get any place.
No, it'd be 2.
Okay, shuffle. Okay.
Bomb.
He's going to be joining us after the break, I hope. So we got Hannah on this one. Okay, this is yours. Yeah. Okay.
1, 2. Yes.
Time's up.
Okay, I got 10 squared equals x to the 4th. And then I did the square root, but it was a 4.
Oh,
Oh.
you did a fourth root is what you're saying?
Yeah, I did a 4th root.
Okay.
And so I got x equals 3.162. Plus or minus 3.162. Like that?
Fourth root of 100. When you said that's approximately equal to what?
3.162.
Okay. So that's it. How did you solve it just the way algebraically first, like this? Is that how you did it? Did you, and eventually you punched the calculator button, so you got the final decimal answer,
I
right?
did a
Yeah.
little differently.
What's that?
I did, when it's 10 squared, to the root of 4,
Uh-huh.
I just wrote it as 10 to the 2 over 4, which is 10 to the 1/2.
So you're saying you converted this radical to a rational is what you're saying? Let's
Yes.
do that because
And you
that's
just
helpful.
get 10 to the 1/2, which is 1,
So what that is, that's going to be to the 1/4 power is what you're saying?
to the 2/4.
So, but it's going to be 10 squared to the 1/4, right?
Yes.
Which translates to 2/4, which is equal to 10 to the 1/2. And 10, and that's going to be the same as square root of 10, which is same. So what it is took it, so you were coming up, you're driving north on 35, and you got to Hillsboro, and you decided to go on 35W instead of 35E, but you still ended up in Denton, right?
Exactly.
Now, where is he talking? He's talking about Interstate 35. Why is he doing that?
I hate 35. It's so good.
I don't like 35, especially in Austin. Well, anyway,
I used to live on this little one with that.
Oh, you did?
Shut it up.
yeah.
Let's see.
Show me a picture.
Yeah, when you're done, but go check her to see if she's running if you're.
Okay.
You have a fever? Okay.
Mr. G, we're gonna need you to suit up and be a father for a second and go fill her forehead. You're looking really red. Suit up.
Okay. 28. You do this one? Are you ready for 28?
She's killing you.
I'm so proud.
Should I just spin the wheel on 28?
Yeah. This one has the same answer.
I think so.
Okay, 20, here we go. It's gonna be Carmen. Carmen gets picked a lot. That's okay. That's good for her. All right, Carmen, what we got?
Should have been paying.
I have a theory after we get this answer.
You have a theory?
Yeah. Actually, I do.
Is it like the theory of evolution or something like that?
No, it's kind of a fact, okay.
Does it have to do with this class?
Yeah, it's about the problem.
Oh, really? Okay, well, good. You can bring it up. Let's get Carmen to take care of us first here.
Loser people. That's my theory.
The what?
No,
I'm joking.
not good.
Gotta be careful.
Oh, I think we got it. What'd you do? Why not? I don't want to.
I'm the one that thinks it's right.
I don't think I did it right. I got more.
Mr. G, is this right?
I got the same thing as the,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me
That's
check.
what I got. They said I did not.
Let me check.
Oh, no, I, no worries.
Mr. G, wait, did I get it right?
No, just have to, what I have to do is
I do that.
it
It's
looks
right.
familiar. I think that's right. Yeah, I remember that in fifth period.
Yeah, look who's smart now, Willie.
We have friendly competition in the class.
Yeah.
Why are you so?
Maybe sometimes it's not perfectly
I
friendly,
messed up and I
but.
have no idea what I did wrong, so I need you to work it out.
Oh, wait, I know.
Okay, Carmen, go ahead. This is yours, Carmen. Okay, Carmen, let's
I
go.
don't know how to do E, but I got x equals e to the power of 2.
So you end up with x is equal e to the power of 2. That's what you got?
Relating among those.
Plus or minus.
Well, plus or minus also?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Did you work it out algebraically, Carmen? Is that how you did it?
Yes.
Okay, Carmen, how'd you do this? Is it like this? E to the 12th
I know what I did.
Yeah,
equals x to the 6th.
yeah.
And then I did the square root, but like, with the 6.
You did the 6th root? Yeah.
Who's the best one to do it?
How do you do that?
So this is gonna be x, and over here, that's gonna be 12 times 1/2.
You put the 12 over 6. E to the 12 over 6, right?
Yeah, e to the 12 over 6. Yeah, you can do it that way too. All right?
Can I say my theory?
Yeah, what is your theory?
Well, on number 26 and number 28, they're the same problem,
Uh-huh.
but both of them are like half, like the square root is half of the number on the other side of the equation. So it's the same answer.
Okay.
So you always.
So if it's a ratio of 1 to 2, it'll be that
It'll
answer?
be the same.
So you're talking about a ratio of exponents essentially,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so the ratio of root to exponent is the same, ends up being the same essentially. Yeah, so that's a good theory. But that is exactly what mathematicians do. They go ahead and look for patterns, what makes sense, and you try different instances to see if they still hold.
Yeah, I did
Or that
36
issue.
and then you get the same thing.
Same type of thing. And that's why I talked about, that's one of the things I liked about this book, the problems it gives, allows for those kinds of inferences and explorations to be fruitful. That's good. So good, that's another insightful point, so you know what that means, right?
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up. Well, I'll get to that after a little bit. Let's go to 29. Okay, this one here, this is where they start getting to the point where they're not as easy to do algebraically. Can it be done algebraically? I think so. Multiply by 3, clear the denominator, and we could square. There's a way to do it algebraically, but this is where the degree of difficulty gets a little bit dicey. So what we're going to do is I'm going to solve this one by graphing, by subtracting 4 from both sides of the equation. So we get 0 is equal to 2 to the x minus 2 to the negative x over 3, and then minus 4. Does that make sense?
Could you just write it 2 to the x minus 2 to the negative x minus 12? Right, if you clear the denominator, on the other side it'd be 12.
Yeah, that's right. So what Will is saying, if you went ahead and cleared the denominator, and you wrote this as 2 to the x minus 2 to the negative x, and you cross multiplied, you'd have equals 12. And what you'd be doing here, if you did this, what you'd be doing is setting up a way, if you could rewrite this as a base of 2, you could possibly do this as an algebraic method. And then, so you're saying like 2 to the x minus 2 to the negative x minus 12 is equal to 0, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, you could do that.
Just
What
thought
I,
that'd be a little easier to type in.
it's easier to type in, but what's one reason I think as a general rule, I'd rather have you type it in this way.
Less margin for error.
Yeah, less margin for error, because in that's a good step you made, Will, but that's an opportunity for a transcription error. So, ask me how I know about it.
You've done it
Measure
before.
now.
Yes, I've done it before, a
You've learned
lot.
from your mistakes.
Yes, and other people's mistakes too. Okay, so now we have here a 2 to the x minus 2 to the power of negative x. And that's going to be over 3, is that right?
Yep.
And then the outside minus 4. So we go ahead and graph this thing, zoom 6. We get this right here. So to find what this is, second trace, 0. And we go to here, enter, go to the right, press enter twice. So 3.595 to the third place, right? 3.595. And we notice there's no plus or minus on this guy here, right?
Yep.
So what I want you to do is do problem 30, and I'll call on somebody in a minute to work that one out.
It's not showing up in the calculator.
It's not showing up. Should show up.
Got it.
It's in the window.
Okay, I'm going to choose somebody now. Okay, we're going to get Kaylee. Kaylee, did this one, Kaylee?
You know how to do it.
You don't know how to do it?
Wait, is there 2 zeros?
It's not the same as in the.
Okay, Katie, I'm going to show you this. What it is, it's the same thing as the last one here, Okay.
Oh.
but it's going to be
I
plus
didn't know how to do the,
over 2 minus 3. So you want to do this one quickly?
yeah, I have it in the calculator.
Well, you do, okay.
I don't know where to go.
So plus and 2 here and 3 over here, right?
Yep.
So you graph it in the calculator? Oh, so you don't know how to find the intercept
Yeah,
on it? Okay, let me show you. Or somebody can show her how to do it, maybe. Or I'll show her.
Click second trace, 0.
Second trace,
0.
Good.
Swing trace 2.
Look,
Yeah,
but the thing
It's the option that
option.
says 0 spelled out, but then
Does it say left bound?
number 3.
Press enter. Now go arrow to the right, that X intercept. Arrow. Right. Till you get, okay, there, and you press, once you're there, press enter twice. Check this out now. Okay, here we go.
Should I make it look like those?
Like it's
All
all
in
in
everyone.
So here we have it.
Guys, are you proud?
First center.
Definitely.
Let's grab. Okay,
What is it?
second trace,
I want to.
0.
Twisted.
Go over here to the left. Got to be the left, that X intercept, press enter. Now it says right down, right. Press enter twice. There's your answer right there, which is
Minus 2.543.
No, yours?
Okay, plus or minus 2.543.
Move the camera.
Okay,
Oh, shoot, we're about good.
yeah, we're about, okay. So it goes like this. And so we go to second, trace, 0, and it says left bound first. You can press enter, and then you go to the right of that x-intercept, press enter twice, and 2.543. And that's going to be plus or minus, so x equals plus or minus 2.543. Okay, and let's see, I think with time, we're probably about as far as we can get on this one today. So we're going to leave it at that. You can turn in what you have. We're just going to be done with this assignment today. Because I think we got into the calculator solving.